Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Marcus, your innovative wellness practitioner. I'm so happy to be with you today, and I have with you my practice partner, somebody I want you to get to know. I know once you do, you'll fall in love, and once you fall in love, I know you'll use her information to make your life better, so that you can live better, healthier, longer. This is Dr. Mynell Molsby, a board certified naturopathic doctor with years of experience helping people transform their lives both physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Say hello to Dr. Mynell. Dr. Mynell, say some words to him, please.
Well, greetings to one and all. It's so nice to be here with you, Dr. Marcus, and I'm looking forward to these first Fridays where we're going to be able to have the opportunity to talk with anybody who wants to hear. If they have questions, they can, reach out to us via the platform, and or our private practices as such.
Yeah,
So
you
thank you for
bet.
thank you for having me.
Yeah, you bet. You bet. Thanks so much. And if you have questions, just put them in the chat below or in the comment section below. And we may not get to them during this presentation, but we will get to them at some point on a first Friday. So send all of your questions. Your questions and your issues are better than our best ideas. So whatever you want to be talking about and what you want to know about, we'll do the research for you, either bring it out of our own wisdom and knowledge or go find it in the world so that you get what you need to live better, healthier, longer. Hang on. So you were about to say, Dr. Bunnell, what's on your mind?
I was just asked yesterday about the top three modalities within my naturopathic practice. What would I say to this? They said, we know that you do a lot of things, but what are your top three things? And I flipped the question and I asked them, what do you looked at me for 10 years, 15 years? What do you feel that you've seen is the forefront of my practice? Not just within this framework here, but how you hear me talk about what I'm doing. I don't talk about clients or their privacy is reserved, right? But I can talk about a subject matter, or I can talk about a condition and how we work to help support their body systems. So I said, so you tell me, what is it? And they said, well, you always say that food is your medicine. So you're always talking about food. I don't care who you're talking to. You're talking about food. And I know you go to people's houses and you open up their cabinets like you Rosetta Stone. You go in their cabinets and you see what they have, what they're eating. And then you sit down with them and you talk about a blood chart. You talk about what's their blood type. And then you talk about how do we tailor baby steps from what you have in we're going to go from food like, which is in a box, to real food, live food. And if you don't, and according to your blood type, what works best for you? And you always tell them that it's individualized, like their thumbprint. So you don't do it's not a cookie cutter thing. It's like you spend time with these people, and all these pictures that we see around of all these doggone babies that you done been part of bringing here. So there's that component, and that what it speaks for itself. It's a very beautiful, miraculous, precious time to be part of someone's birthing process. And the exciting part is that I get to help the partners a year before they even decide to conceive. Let's get your body in its most optimum state.
Yeah.
And that take in what I call the foundations, and that includes the sun, which is very, very important. And we can talk about that on a great deep level. Water, getting rest, the appropriate food for you. I think it's extremely important. Above that is your faith system. Now, I have my faith system, but that may or may not be with the people that I'm working with.
Mm-hmm.
That's point. The important point that I stress with everyone is that you make your faith system the top priority, because that's what's going to get us through as we start transitioning you from the lifestyle that you have to where you want to be, so that you can bring an incredible human being to the planet. And that means it may be supplements, it may be nutritional supplements, or it may be liquid form, it may be some ancient remedies. It's most certainly herbs. And so I love the component of herbology, or being able to identify a plant. And most people don't even realize that if they've been in a place where they live, within a 2-year period of time, everything that their exact body needs is populating up around, because Mother Earth is really quite intuitive and special and brilliant and wonderful. And it takes me back to a commercial back in the 50s or 60s that was about.
You don't know nothing about no 50s and 60s commercial. Don't hand me that.
Oh, I'll tell you all about that, because I see. I want to tell you all about that in just a minute. Let me just simply say that it was a chiffon margarine commercial. And had these, like Minnie Riperton, she had this little baby's breath wreath in her hair, and she had a white, gown on with, lots of fluff in it. And the lightning went off, and she goes, It's not good to fool Mother Nature."
Yes. No, I remember that.
And it cracks in the way. So I'm like, if a fly won't land on margarine, if ants won't touch margarine, then I'm going to say that it's going to be butter, and real butter. And I want it to come from a grass-fed cow.
Okay.
And then we're going to talk about these other things, because I'm not a huge dairy person, but I love that if I'm going to use dairy, that it's going to be organic and real. And so what do I mean by organic? Because that today is getting a review, another look at. So it's really important to know the difference between that. So the top 3 things would be food is your medicine. I should back that up. Let's say keep your faith first.
Okay.
Your faith, for me, it's God.
Okay.
Your faith first. Then it's going to be the food, and then it's going to be certainly your foundations, and we can talk in depth about those foundations. And then it's going to be supplements and nutrients, and then herbology, and how they just marry well together, and it's an easy transition once you know how to do it. So if you go online, everybody's Dr. Google, right? Everybody. So it's like, I would rather put my faith and trust in someone who has a good, long-standing working knowledge of how the body works, how the digestive system works, and what's best for you according to several different factors. And so that was the answer. And so we all started laughing. She goes, "I didn't ask for a dissertation. I just asked you, what did you think the top 3 things are?" I'm like, okay. And the other thing is, I'm going to talk to you about it. If you go to your other doctor, the allopathic doctor, you're on a 15-minute window. 15 minutes, I'm probably just getting started.
Exactly. Let's hold right there. That's great. That's beautiful. So, Dr. Mynell, I want to tap into a little bit of what you just spoke about, because I had an experience this week working with a client. It was very rewarding, touched my heart, where they trust me as a coach to come into the world and literally do open up the cabinets, let me look and see what's inside, look in the cupboards, go see what in there, check their oils. And then we went to the grocery store together to make sure we're getting, can I get this? Can I get that? One of the husbands said, "You know what? I hear all this good health stuff, but there's some things I gotta have, So it's a little bit of bad, okay." I said, "Look, everybody got their kryptonite. We're talking about good over time, not perfection one time. All right, so you get a little bit better." So that was very, very valuable to them, and also to me as a practitioner, to know that they take the coaching serious enough to say, "Put me in the game, but watch me play. And if I'm not playing, holding the bat just right, help me hold the bat right so I can do what I need to do." Because she just come home with heart conditions out of the hospital, and he is blind with a diabetic, glaucoma kind of thing, and needed all kind of help. He goes, "We think we know what we should be doing, but what we've been doing got us here. And we want to do something different, and we're hoping that you can help us do something different and not just have to, keep going back to the doctor the way we've been doing. So I want to just drop that in there to connect that to what you were talking about, is really look at the whole person and helping them as a naturopathic physician, naturopathic doctor, and make a distinction there for the folks too.
Excellent. To be abundantly clear, there is a great difference between a naturopathic physician and a naturopathic doctor. With a physician, I don't cut and I don't sew any major injury. It's the same as if you went to your allopathic doctor who would send you to a specialist. As a naturopathic doctor, I can absolutely walk with you on your wellness journey. I test, I do not guess. I have multitudes of laboratories available to me for the answers when we fill out the questionnaires, after the consultations with me and the assessments. And then we come back and I look at things like your blood type, your hair type, or urinalysis, and several other modalities to take a look at. And then we map out a plan that is going to work for you. We look at the top 3 issues. In the particular scenario that you presented, you said heart and you said eye issues. And so what I would do is look at that particular individual, not as a couple at first, but as an individual. And every client that comes to me is treated the same as their thumbprint. Everyone has an individualized thumbprint, and that's how I view. What I share with one person may or may not mirror what would be for another family member or someone else they know who has the same challenges that they're experiencing. So I look at that, I see what their challenges are, and go through an complete assessment, a survey. We do the testing, and then we come up with a plan of action and we work it out. And my philosophy, personal practice philosophy, is the mind, body, spirit is a triad. It works in unison. And in order for me to help you get to that, we take baby steps. Rome wasn't built overnight. We're not going to get there overnight. It's going to take time. I help you if you want help. I assist you if you want assistance. And we get those outcomes, but it takes a little bit of time. And so if you're looking forward to, if you're looking forward to getting good health results, I'm the one who walks along with you. I'm the one that will take those calls. I'm the one who will meet you wherever you need to be met to meet that objective.
Wow. So thank you so much for that, because that's what these First Fridays really are about, is for people to, first of all, understand what resources available to them that they're, kind of taking in this information from, but also to get a little something that's going to help them feel better, do better, and as a result, live a healthier life. So I'm really appreciating you for taking this time on the first Friday of every month to hang out a little bit, half an hour, however long it goes, to share, to enlighten, and to, walk away a little bit better than we found each other. So thank you so very much for joining me, Doctor.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you for asking me.